to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can turn yourself into Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil VIII Village. I, like everyone else, have been so excited for the release of Resident Evil VIII Village, so I thought what better way to celebrate the release than turning myself into Lady Dimitrescu herself. So anyways, without any further ado, if you guys are interested in seeing how you can turn yourself into Lady Dimitrescu, then just keep watching. Hey spoops, so to get started, I'm first going to be putting in my yellow contact lenses. I will have these linked down below for you guys, and I'm going to be priming my face with my Pixi Vita C Plus priming oil and just warming that up with my hands and rubbing that into my face before going into my Boko Bunny Beauty Sheer Perfection Primer and applying this all over my face. Next, I'm going to be taking my 𝐷𝐿𝐴 Cosmetics Under Eye Brightener and just applying this under my eyes so we can get that eternally youthful glow. Speaking of a youthful glow, I'm going to be taking my MAC Cosmetics Strobe Cream and just taking a stippling brush. I'm going to be applying this to a few areas that I want to highlight under my foundation. So this is going to be my cheekbones and my forehead. Before going in with my foundation, I'm taking my KVD Beauty Good Apple Foundation in the color 027 and applying that all over my face with my IT Cosmetics Blurring Foundation Brush. Now I just want to make it a smidge more pale, so I'm going to be taking my NYX Total Control Foundation in Porcelain and applying this all over that foundation. Next, I'm going to be taking my Boko Bunny Beauty Cream to Powder Foundation in Mocha, and I'm going to be using this as a cream contour. I'm going to be applying this to all the places that I want to add a little bit of a shadow before going ahead and lightly blending this out. Next, we're going to be adding our highlights. I'm going to be taking my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in number 14 and applying this to the areas that I want to brighten. So this is my forehead, under my eyes, and above my lip. And then I'm going to be lightly blending that out as well before taking my Airspun Translucent Powder and going ahead and setting this. Following that, I'm going to be taking my KVD Shade and Light Contour Palette, taking this contour shade, and I'm going to be applying this over the same areas that I applied the cream contour. And this is not only going to help set that, but help deepen the contour as well. And speaking of deepening the contour, I thought I would go in with this shade, which was a mistake, and I'm just going to make sure to blend that out with my foundation brush before moving on to my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and just applying this to my cheekbones and forehead. For my blush, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Mulan Matchmaker blush and just applying this to the apples of my cheeks. Before we move on to highlight, I'm going to be taking my Revlon Skin Lights highlighter and just applying this to my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, and my temples as well. And this really just helps give such a beautiful ethereal glow to your face. Moving on to eyes, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Primer and just applying this to my eyelids. I'm then going to be going into my ColourPop Disney Designer It's a Princess Thing palette, taking Chip and Triton and just applying this all over my lid with a large fluffy brush. Next, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Wild Nothing palette, taking Vagabond, and I'm going to be applying this into my crease as well with the same fluffy brush and even bringing that down to my lower lash line before going over top of that with Come Together. And as we're going to be slowly getting deeper into the shades, you definitely want to make sure that you're blending out the colors a little bit more, especially when we go in with No Bounds, which is this dark brown shade. You definitely want to make sure to blend this as you go, because otherwise it can definitely be a little bit harsh and you can have some harsh lines in there. And last but not least, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Misunderstood Villains palette, taking Dot, and on a small pencil brush, I'm just going to be lightly applying this over my lash line and almost creating an illusion wing with that, and then bringing that down to my lower lash line as well, definitely making a thinner line than the others. Next, I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Silkist Me eyeliner in charcoal and just tightlining my lower waterline before moving on to my upper lash line, where I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Black eyeliner and doing a nice black wing on my eyelid. Moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Bichette and just going ahead and outlining my lips. Next, I'm going to be taking my ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lip in Strong She and just going ahead and filling in my lips with that and going ahead and letting that dry while we do our lashes. I'm going to be prepping my eyelashes by curling them before taking my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara and sweeping that through my upper and lower eyelashes. For my false eyelashes, I'm going to be taking my E&E lashes in Cherry and just popping that on to my lash line. Unfortunately, these are no longer available, so I'm currently on the hunt for a dupe for you guys. And then, of course, last but not least, I'm going to be going into my ColourPop Luxe Velvet Lipstick, taking Hermosa and just applying this to the outer corners of my lips to create an ombre effect. And that is the completed Lady Dimitrescu makeup tutorial from Resident Evil VIII Village. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you'd like to see next. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel so you can see more of my videos, including the upcoming Resident Evil VIII Village character, which, if you guys can guess who it is, leave a comment down below and let me know who you think is next. I already did Alice from Resident Evil, so it honestly could be anybody. But also, if you haven't already, please consider supporting me on Patreon. You get behind the scenes sneak peeks of upcoming characters before anybody else and before anything ever hits YouTube. So definitely consider supporting me there as well if you haven't already. And once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!